Big games, big bets, better drinks. You're listening to Happy Hour Playbook, your guide to the inside of sports and lifestyle. I'm Chris, and we're officially on air. Let's see what's on the slate today. All right. Welcome to Happy Hour Playbook. It's episode 14. My name's Chris.
I'm Wes, co-host.
Welcome to the show. We got a couple things we're going to go on and talk about today. First is going to be the NBA playoffs and kind of where they stand. We got one team we're waiting for to finish their series, their round 2 series, so we can see who the Knicks are going to play. But that's also happening in the NHL.
Yep.
NHL's basically got the same thing going on right now. They're waiting for their Eastern Conference team to play their Game 7. That Game 7 will be tomorrow since they played yesterday. So that would be go ahead and set the conference finals up for the Eastern side on that.
They'll probably play Wednesday or Thursday, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, pretty soon. Also, we're going to talk about we went to the card show.
Yeah, Dallas card show. It's awesome.
It was overwhelming.
Its first experience it's tough. I mean, it's
a lot of people.
I've probably been to 5,
a lot of people.
And it's a super popular event. So
yeah.
There's a lot into it. It's a lot of fun, though. I mean, I wish I'd have had more time. I had to bolt early, but I wish I'd have had more time. It would have been a lot more fun.
Yeah,
to
it's
actually
crazy
take
that
a look at all, because you miss so much.
Well, yeah,
even though you're
multiple
looking
days,
the whole time.
Yeah,
you miss so much.
Yeah, and it was multiple rooms, and there's different vendors, different days. I guess they pay for their spot, so
yeah,
just kind of depends. But we're gonna start off with our happy hour pour. Mr. Wesley got us here a bottle of 4 Roses.
Yeah, small batch
select.
So Kentucky bourbon. It's blended
straight bourbon.
Yeah,
it ain't regular. It's straight.
I mean, it's the same damn thing. It's blends 6 of the distillery's unique recipes and aged for 6 to 7 years, featuring a non-chilled presentation. Kind of the same. I mean, all these bourbons have kind of featured.
It doesn't smell like anything.
They've kind of featured. It's weird that you don't smell it.
Yeah,
I know I got to keep saying that. You got like a buzzard nose, but kind of this one's supposed to have like spice, cinnamon. Red berries are apparently supposed to be. I don't know what red berries mean. I mean, is that strawberries? Is that
the poisonous kind?
Raspberries? Like, I mean, what do you mean red berries? These are the poison ones that are on your
the
ones on your
the
bushes,
the spiky trees that you got out there.
I don't know. It's supposed to be kind of the finish is supposed to be kind of smooth, kind of like velvet type deal.
Okay,
with more of a spice to the finish.
It doesn't have a strong smell to it, right?
It smells like bourbon, but it isn't overpowering.
No, it's not going to take your breath away for sure. So let me try it a bit.
I can get the berry thing. It's definitely smooth.
It is very smooth. It does have a little. It's weird.
The aftertaste's like thick. It's like, I don't know. It's not bad. I mean, that's pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of. Let's see what else they. So price point $60. A little bit. It's not their lower end. We went up the middle ground, $60. I'd never had 4 Roses before, and it was. I don't know. It seemed like a popular one based on
I've heard of it for sure.
Positioned and stuff in the store. I had heard of it, yes, for sure. But
clove, I can get that. Clove's very strong.
What's a clove? Is that a garlic clove?
No, cloves are like ham. You get for like the Thanksgiving. They put honey hams. They have cloves. It's like it looks like a little black, like a little bud of a flower or something. But they have a very unique taste to them. But
I'm not picking it up.
Yeah,
I can definitely feel like the berry taste. It's kind of sweet.
Yes, right off the bat, I think I get that the berry.
I don't know if it's a red berry, a blueberry, a purple berry. I don't know what kind of berry, but I can taste like a fruity kind of.
No, that's really
like a sweet kind of.
You can definitely get that right off the bat with that.
Yeah.
It's good. It's actually a really good sip. Like
it's a very good sip.
If you're looking for something to sip, like it's really, really good.
It's very smooth. There's little to no burn to it. It's a
No.
50% too. It's 102 proof or 104 proof. So
Yeah, it's
I mean,
really
it's a strong bourbon, but it's very smooth. These smooth ones, man, they can be dangerous.
Oh my gosh,
Sitting here and an hour from now, and I'll be over here drunk, slurring my words.
Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I feel this way. Why am I tingling?
Feel great.
Yeah, exactly. I feel great all over. That's good.
I'm gonna go playoff worthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do playoff worthy too. That's a good.
It's a good bourbon. That's a good mix.
And
It's different.
I think
it tastes different than the other ones. But
what did we say a couple of episodes back? Like the one that had like that strong oaky, like kind of remind us of sitting around a fire, kind of.
That was the Scotch.
Yes. So this I can drink.
Oh, can you?
I can.
That's
actually,
debatable now.
Yeah. Well, I can actually. That's kind of a summary. Like it's super smooth.
Maybe the sweet part is what you're getting with that.
I think that initial like sweetness, because it does have a strong like.
It is hard to drink bourbon when it's 100 degrees outside, but I mean, I think this is it's a good. I mean, this will definitely be part of my repertoire going forward. But I like a good smooth. Like it does. There's no burden. I'm not like struggling.
No,
here. I mean,
no, it's really
tastes good. It's obviously strong, so it's gonna get the point across there. But I think that's a good bourbon.
It is. It's really good.
Kentucky, is that what I said?
It is Kentucky straight bourbon. They don't do that sideline stuff. They do the straight bourbon.
It's straight bourbon. No gay bourbons here.
No. But we're going to move on to the first segment, which was it's the Clash of the Titans, man. The Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So
we kind of predicted this.
Yeah.
It was not hard to predict.
The Spurs had a good matchup, though, against Timberwolves. But,
the Timberwolves, I mean.
They tried. They couldn't close out the games.
I think that even that series, even though it went 6, it should have been 5. If Wemby doesn't get tossed in that one game.
Oh, yeah.
I think they win 4-1. So, I mean, it was a better series than I expected.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think the Spurs were way better.
I saw some potential trade rumors of them trading, what is it, the Timberwolves and Mavericks. Mavericks trading Kyrie, Gafford for Naz Reid and someone else. I can't remember who it was. They said they wanted another shooter, a veteran shooter, Kyrie. That's who they were talking about. That actually popped up on my feed today.
I mean, that would be probably a really good trade for the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would be good for us.
The Mavericks, yeah. But they got that new ownership.
I mean,
They're good at making.
Naz Reid's a good player. I mean, he's a big that can shoot threes. I mean, he plays good defense, gets good rebounds. But I mean,
we got that new ownership. They're good. They're pretty good at making trades, right?
We don't know. God, we don't know what Kyrie's going to be.
Oh yeah,
when he comes back. I don't think he's going to lose a step, but. Injuries do
change you.
They do have a fix on you, but I mean, is he still going to be the great distributor and playmaker? And his handles are they're world class.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So we're going to see two of the best teams in the Western Conference playing each other. OKC, 64 wins.
Probably going to be the best teams for the next 5 to 10 years.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're very young, very well built through the draft. I mean, it's going to be hard not to see these two teams in the mix.
Yeah, they were the two best regular season teams. OKC at 64 wins, Spurs at 62 wins. And that's the first time in conference finals since 1998 that the two best teams with the record actually met in the conference finals. That's pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, there's been times where like Dallas, what was it? I forget which year it was, maybe 06.
Is it the year they lost?
Well, they were the number one team, came in with all this hype, and then
when they lost to Golden
State Warriors came in and
yes.
blew them out. Baron Davis was having a fun. I mean, he was falling into the stands and making 3-pointers. I mean, it was unreal. That was the first time I think that an 8 seed had beat a 1.
Yeah, they came in with all the confidence.
Oh, dude,
it
got
was
destroyed.
Wasn't that the revenge of Don Nelson? Wasn't he the coach for the Golden State?
It may have been.
Yeah, I think Donnie
they had Steven Jackson was going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Baron Davis was going crazy. I mean, it was. I mean, you get hot and you can't stop them, man.
Yeah, that was. I remember that series.
It's funny. It's not very often. It's just like in the college basketball tournament. You don't hardly ever have all 4 ones make it. to the
Well, we're
Final
kind of
Four.
seeing that too in hockey, with the number 1 seeds moving on too. So, but it's funny because the Spurs went 4-1 against OKC this regular season.
Yeah, they're a bad matchup. I mean, Wembanyama is the ultimate. I guess he basically negates all of the good things that OKC does.
Well,
he protects the paint. He protects the middle. Chet has no advantage now.
No.
Because he's a stretch 3 big guy, but he's not Wembanyama.
No, and then you have SGA who loves going down in the paint. Well, you got Big Boy there.
Right.
He's going to slap everything away.
That negates a lot of stuff. If you watch the Timberwolves series, they when he was in the middle, they rarely attacked the paint.
Yeah.
When he was out of the game, they were attacking the whole time. And I mean, that's obviously a good strategy because you don't want to attack it when the strength is in the middle.
And I like that a lot of the young players for San Antonio stepped up too when he came in foul trouble. He got ejected from the game. Those guys, Castle, Fox, those guys stepped up. Yep. And
Harper.
Yeah, Harper. They all showed up and
they have a good young team.
In the team. So
they have a good young team, man.
You have a young team like that. I know everyone said, OKC is going to get back to back, whatever. You got to get past this team.
Yeah.
Like this is the team that you're going to have to beat.
I would like this to go 7.
And I think I was looking on a bunch of different websites, and that's kind of the consensus that it's going to go to 7.
It won't, but I wish it would.
But everyone has the Thunder winning the series, which I think
not good for my prize pick.
No, but I think not a Spurs fan, but I do like Wemby, and I think that team is just built different. And I think watching OKC this year, there's no excitement there. It's not a team that you're just like, I can't, unless you live there. But it's not, they haven't been fun to watch. Like when you watch San Antonio play, it's hot. Like the dude passing the ball and he's already shooting motion and it was in the air. It was in the air. It's like, and he made it
Castle,
like
wasn't
Castle. Yeah. I'm like, that team just has, it feels
that's
like
not normal. I mean,
no, it's not
normal, but
they feel like they're in sync. And they're playing really good right now together. So it's kind of that team's going to be hard to beat.
The Thunder are very good defensively, and they're very young. They can have that. I think they can have that wow factor because they play such good defense that leads to offensive, breakaways, dunks, slams. When you have a 7-footer like Chet shooting threes, I think that's always fun. But they just don't have Wembanyama to me. And
he's a difference maker.
I mean, like Shai Gilgeous, I think he was a very, I don't think he is a very good player. I'm just bored with the whole trying to get fouled every time you touch the ball. And it's not exciting to me.
No,
I think the Spurs win the series. Probably, I'm going to say 6 games.
Okay.
4-2.
Yeah, that's
6.
not bad.
I just think that they have the factor against them, and they're going to be coming in with a lot of momentum after pulling off this series. After falling down, they lost game 1 to Minnesota, and they came back and won 4-2 in the series. I think they have a really good chance to make a good step for Wembanyama. My picks, I don't even know what to talk about my picks because I had Detroit winning it all. Detroit is facing an unfair situation right now, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, but and then they're going to be facing a fully rested Knicks coming up after that if they manage to win tonight. I mean, if Cleveland wins tonight, then whoever wins the West is going to win the championship, in my opinion. But I really like the Spurs. I mean, I'm not a Spurs fan. I mean, it's hard to be a Spurs fan when you've been in Dallas for all these years and they've beat down on our Mavericks, Tim Duncan and
Mono
Ginobili and Parker,
Parker, yeah.
I mean, they beat us up for so long, and they were a really good team. We just didn't want to call them that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to that Cavs Pistons. They're playing Game 7. Man, that game. Okay. What was it? Game 5.
I gotta talk. So the refereeing in this series. So
Game 6. That's what you're going to talk about.
Game 6, but so I saw an article, and it was kind of geared as a funny thing, but it was announcing the player of the series so far, and it was the referee.
I think I've seen that.
And I'm like, you know what? I started looking into the article, and I was like, man, it is kind of looking kind of one-sided.
Was it like a press conference?
I don't know.
The one I saw was like an AI press conference.
It was hilarious, though. I mean,
and
they had a trophy and everything.
Yeah, he popped up, and he had he was holding the trophy.
Like watching the game the other night, James Harden is fouling. Every time he touches the ball, he does an offensive foul. He pushes off. And it's not even like, every now and then you get a little bit of a push and it's okay. He's blatant, like shoving them out of the way. And then they're calling the foul on the other guy. I don't understand. And then there was one time where, I don't know which guard it was, got past him. But his only thing left to do was to grab them by the arm and pull them down. They were going up for a layup.
It's offensive.
They literally got pulled down, and everybody stopped playing, both teams, because they knew it was a foul.
And they didn't
call anything. And then they called a ticky-tack brush up against Oscar Thompson for like his sixth foul. Like, I mean, they need to be investigated, in my opinion, for sure, because it looks terrible. And the NBA has a bad history of referees deciding games based on whatever they're doing on the back end betting or whatever. It's just not. You can't have playoff basketball fouls on one side and not on the other.
Yeah,
it needs to be called clean, and it was very hard to watch. My wife was like on me. She's like, I don't know why you're so animated. I was like, because it's not that I even have any skin in the game. It's like that's just blatant.
Yeah,
blatant. Any fair weather fan can understand that's a foul and that wasn't. And it's just strange. And like the players and you see the coach. The coach has been like. And he can't say anything because he'll get fined or whatever. But it's all over his face. Almost every foul call, it's on his face. And that's my soapbox for today. But I mean, I feel like Cleveland doesn't need these fouls.
Yeah.
They're a good team. They don't need the help from the referees to make this a good series, and they have. It's been a great series.
No, it's been good.
I'm hoping Detroit pulls it out tonight. I've got a little prize picks going on. A few of the players.
Well, I thought they should have too. That game 5, they just kind of fell apart at the end.
They did. They had the lead.
Yeah.
They had the lead late, and then Cleveland started making buckets.
Yeah.
I mean, it was literally that fast. Cleveland made 2 buckets. Detroit didn't. So I mean, that cut the gap. They went to overtime and just couldn't catch back up.
But that leads us to Game 7.
Yeah, game 7 tonight,
playing that
7
tonight. It should be a good fight all the way to the end. Just like I said, any Game 7 you watch, that's usually going to be the.
I'm expecting big games from Donovan Mitchell. He didn't really have a great scoring night in the last game, and I'm expecting a big game out of Cade. I think your role players. We talked.
Who's the center they have?
Duran. He's been big.
Yeah, he showed up for this last game.
There's been a lot of talk about him not showing up in the playoffs. He's played pretty good
this last game.
Last couple games.
Yeah.
And the last game, really, Cade didn't have a great game. It was all role players. The bench outscored Cleveland's bench by a ton.
I know the Friday game, if you watched it, he was passing the ball a lot. He'd stay on the outside of the court. He would fake it like he was going to go down in the paint. He'd pass it. And I think it's just him not confident.
Well, it's hard. I mean, Cleveland's big. When Evan Mobley's in the game, he can stretch the floor and shoot from 3. So there's a lot of pressure on him defensively. And, I mean, that's what their specialty is. They're a defensive team. But, I mean, he was on the boards, but he was being aggressive offensively. And I think that's what stood out in the paint on that day because they won the paint numbers and then they won the bench numbers. And, if you win those 2, it's going to be hard to lose the game.
So we got some put some odds in here.
What you got?
I wanted you to go over. Detroit, 4.5 point favorites.
Man.
But the money line has them at minus 190. And they have the Cavs coming in at plus 158 with a total set point of 205.5.
I think I don't like the 4.5 points. I think it's going to be a close game. So, I mean, I think if you take Cleveland with the points, you're probably going to be doing pretty well.
Cleveland with the points?
Yeah. The money line, that's risky either way. I mean, like you said, you got to put up 190 to win 100.
Yeah.
Or you got to put up 100 to win 158 for Cleveland. I like the point spread mainly on the Cleveland side because I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah.
I hope Detroit pulls it out. I think it's going to be close, though. I mean, I'd like for it to be a blowout because that'd make my picks look really good since I've been talking Detroit for the last month.
Yeah.
I like the over. 205.
Yeah, 205, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. It wouldn't surprise me if they went into overtime. So
that'd be great.
I would be okay with I think the over is going to be a good line here. I mean, you only have to get to 103 points apiece. They've been doing that. They've been getting across that spot on the line of points scored.
Yeah.
Game 7s, they can kind of be a defensive battle. They can, or they can be a blowout. It's usually a really
everyone comes out shooting right off the bat. Yeah,
it's either a really close defensive battle or it's a blowout from one team to the other. Being at home, the Pistons should have the advantage. I think that was a huge win in the game in Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
When, like I said, I thought everything was against them, the referees, everything, and they just couldn't stop Detroit from scoring.
I think that was this past game was the first home game they lost in the playoffs. Cleveland at home.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
I've been surprised.
Which is good.
Cleveland's a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to take away anything from Cleveland. I think whoever wins this series probably beats the Knicks. And that's because I feel like the Knicks are choke artists. But the Knicks have a really good team, too. They're going to be healthy now that they've waited for like 3 months for this series to end.
That's
so
what it feels like.
I'm not going to pretend like professionals aren't good at something.
Yeah.
I feel like, they haven't proven that they can actually continue to win in the playoffs. They've always been a good first and second round team, but never really getting past.
This is their second, right? Conference, Eastern Conference Finals they've been to. They lost last year, right?
Well, I know they weren't in the main finals for sure, but because they lost to Indiana. Indiana was in the finals last year.
Yeah. So you talked about Mitchell being the star, showing up, going to be getting some points tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's very good, man. If you watch him play, he can do anything. I mean,
I don't know what he ended up making the last game, but
it was not. He didn't have a good. He didn't have a good point total in the last game. I think it was under 20, maybe.
I know. I think they have him projected to get more than 25, which would be. Really
it's a good
nice
game. Cade Cunningham's leading the scoring in the playoffs, and he's averaging like 27.
Yeah, he had 18 points.
Yeah, so it was not a good showing for him points-wise.
Yeah, that's not
But
good.
you also got to think about what the other team's doing.
Even the game they won, he only had 21 points.
They're forcing James Harden's hand.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they're double-teaming Spida anytime that he gets kind of in that area, and they're trying to prevent him from being the one to beat him. They're wanting James Harden to be the one to beat him, and he's been playing good. I don't like his offensive push-offs and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's very blatant. Watch the game. You'll see it. Now that I say something, you'll probably see it right away. But he's not a bad player, but they're forcing him to beat him versus Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell is a really good player.
All right, we're going to talk about Cade because, man, he only had 21 points this last game. Like I said, he was passing the ball,
taking him away,
taking that effective scorer that he is. They took that away, but they have him projected to get 27.5, which I think is doable. I think this is a game 7. Everything's out on the line.
I mean,
win or go home.
You want your star player to take over the game. He is the star player now. Kind of like I said about Mitchell, they are double teaming him, taking him out of the equation. I mean, I definitely talked about early on in this series how they were double teaming. They're pressing him from full court.
Yeah,
they do not want him to bring the ball down to orchestrate the offense because, for one, he's so big. He can kind of get to wherever he needs to get to.
Yeah,
and he can find people in small places. Which, I mean, I think he has to have a big assist night tonight if they win. I would like to see him have more than 8 assists.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
I mean, that's a good game. That's a good game for him if he has more than 8 assists. I kind of don't care where his point total is. I think he's going to come in like what game was it? It was either game 4 maybe, game 4 or 5. He came out hot and kind of maintained that. He scored like 30-something points, 37 points. What game was that?
This was the.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
He had a really good.
This was the last game. He was 14 points.
What game is that?
Oh, this is Robinson. I'm sorry.
The 36. Oh, that's Duncan.
Yeah, that's what we were hitting into next.
Well,
about his injury.
I think Cade needs these bench players to hit their shots because he's going to be driving the hoop, kicking out.
100%.
He's going to need people to score. I don't know who. The little number 24 has been very good to me, and I don't think he was a starter, but I think they started putting him in the starting lineup, and he is so quick, and he's good at mid-range shots. You don't really see many mid-range shooters anymore.
Yeah.
But, man, he gets a lot of good looks in the mid-range. I really like him as a player, and he plays really good defense on James Harden. I think he's going to be a factor tonight. I don't know his name because I don't know everything, for one. Two, Duncan Robinson's going to be big. I think he has a big shooting night tonight if he plays. He's questionable. He's questionable, but I think he plays, and I think he has a big shooting night. I have him to make more than 3 threes or more.
Yeah, he was a big. I think any points count, especially from one of your top players. Because that last game, he was knocking them threes down, man. He looked really good. He was 4 for 7.
Yeah, he's been a very good sharpshooter, and he's had one of the highest percentages shooting in the league for a couple years now. He's been always in the top 10.
Just need him to play.
He needs to play. It needs to be a good thing, and he needs to score. And the defense, I mean, you got to shut down James Harden. Donovan Mitchell is going to get what he can get, but James Harden is going to be the key.
All right, so who do you have winning the series?
Oh, man, I've been in Detroit this whole time.
Okay.
I got to stick with my guns.
Same
if I
here.
back off now, then I look like – I mean, I'm a fool anyways, but if I back off now, I look like a joke.
No, I think I'm still sticking with Detroit, and I think the Knicks series, Jalen, I think was he one of the top scorers in the league this year? I think he might have been the top.
Jalen Brunson can score some points. I think he's going to have a hard time with Oscar Thompson or Cade Cunningham guarding him, though.
Yeah, it's size difference.
For sure.
Dramatic size difference.
But I mean, he's played against the NBA all year. Yeah. It's not like he's not playing against sizable opponents. I just feel like in a playoff scenario, they have a lot of legit defensive players that can shut him down.
Averaging 26 points per game, 6.8 assists, 3.3 rebounds. Yeah,
Cade Cunningham and him are very similar. It's just stature.
I think that'll be a good series. I think it'd be 4-2. We'll go to 6.
I think he goes to 6 no matter who they play, and I think whoever wins the series we're watching tonight wins the series.
Okay. Yeah. It's two different styles, and I think I don't know if it helps them having this much time off, but the Knicks. But
I don't know if it helps them. I mean,
I don't either. It feels like they haven't played in forever.
I know it helps them get healthy, but we've talked about this. I mean, sitting around waiting, how good is that for your actual team? Momentum is huge.
Yeah.
You win a huge Game 7, that could either take everything out of you or it can pump you to the next level.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot of advantages from continuing to play and to continue to have that ability to,
It's almost like running on adrenaline, and if you stop and it gets out of your system and you're just waiting and waiting, you have to build it back up. So it's going to take a couple of games.
If your heart rate's already at 150 from running, you're doing fine. Your heart's going to maintain you through there. If you're at 60 and you're having to build back up, I mean, I think momentum's huge. I mean, we see it all the time in the NFL. Like people start taking their players out in the last few games of the season, and then they come in rusty as hell, or like they don't play the preseason. Like that's been a big thing lately.
And it takes 3 or 4 games for them to get back.
It's like, come on. We don't have any, coercion within the team. I'm like, well, yeah, you didn't play any preseason games. Like that's the whole point of preseason.
Exactly.
And I know you don't want to get anybody hurt. I understand that. You got huge investments in these players, but I mean it's probably very statistical proven that you can be. Don't be putting nothing stupid when I'm talking.
It's already coming out of your mouth.
But I mean, it's proven that if you're not playing, it's hard to get in a rhythm.
Oh yeah,
especially in the NFL. I think it flows to the NBA as well. I mean, we're going to check out in the NHL playoffs too, because Carolina's been sitting for like 3 weeks.
It feels like it's longer than that. All right, NHL playoffs.
Oh.
Gosh,
some guilt coming.
I feel like there's like no one's been playing on.
It's weird because we went from so many
games to nothing.
Playoff games to now that's decreasing the field down, and now we don't have a whole lot to watch every night.
Well, we had the Avalanche pretty much swept
the Wild.
Wild. So there's
Wild got that one game.
Yeah, and then you had I think it was a competitive series, the Anaheim.
Yeah, Vegas was very competitive.
Vegas is a lot though. That's a big aggressive team.
Yeah,
like hard hitters. Like it reminds me of that Goon. What was that movie with the?
It's called Goon.
Sean William
Scott.
Mike Scott. Yeah. They just big. They got facial hair, scruffy. Like they're just like
facial hair.
Check you in the.
What does that have to do with
Hey, it makes you mean.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
You're soft as baby shit. But I'm just saying, like
hard stool.
So I mean, we talked about the Vegas, how dangerous they could be. I mean, the Western Conference has been we beat up on ourselves so much.
Yeah.
Before we get to the finals and face the Eastern Conference, it feels like the Western Conference just beats each other down. This is going to be a great series. Colorado versus Vegas.
Man.
Physical versus speed. Offense versus offense. I mean, it's going to be a great series. I'm excited to watch it. I think this is definitely this is, other than our stars making it, this is the best outcome.
Oh yeah, these are two good teams. You have the top winning team in Colorado.
Yep.
Then you have your team that's been in the playoffs since they've started, right? I want to say since they've
Yes.
every year since the team actually
They have been
was
in
created.
the mix since
Day
their
one.
expansion.
Yeah, so
Which hockey does a really good job with the expansion. They allow you to kind of take people from other teams and
Yeah.
stuff. It's a really interesting kind of
it keeps it competitive. It's not like
critique.
It's not going to take 10 years for you to build a team.
It doesn't put them in Cleveland Browns territory
Yeah.
right away. Like they legit. When you start a franchise, and we saw it with the Kraken when they got started. They're pretty legit right now too. Utah.
Yep.
Was just created like 2 years ago.
Yep.
Now they're in the playoffs. I mean, it allows you to kind of be competitive when they start out a new franchise. Whereas, other sports, you start out a franchise and you're basically like a minor league team.
Yeah, for sure. One of the big things is one of the guys that started off with Vegas, that Nicholas Roy, went to Toronto. Now he's playing for Colorado.
Ooh.
That's going to be a revenge tour. He's going to see what he can do. That'd be good. You won a championship with Vegas a couple years back. You leave, go to Toronto, get a little bit of money in your pocket, come back to Colorado, and it's
how bad is it to fall on the best team in the league? Like I'm sorry,
it was a struggle probably for him.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna take my talents to the best team in the league and then ride their coattails or whatever.
Exactly.
To another championship, but Vegas has been consistent. That's what's so crazy about Vegas. They've been so consistent. Even in their down years, this was probably one of their down years.
Yeah, because you didn't really
consistent.
During the season, didn't really see a lot. The games were they're late games, but the games were close. There was no blowout games where you're just like, oh, Vegas looks dominant. That Vegas is this, that Vegas is that. But I think they were just doing what they could to win the game. And when they came into the playoffs, that's when they started showing up.
Yeah.
And everyone's healthy, everyone's ready to play, and they just showed up and
I don't know.
Look good.
They've been good. I don't know if they have enough to slow down the Avalanche.
Yeah.
But we've seen them do it before. So it's not like it can't be done. But the Avalanche are rolling, and man, they are a force. It's going to be awesome to see two. This is the top two teams in our area that are going to be coming at each other. It's going to be great.
It is.
I kind of wish Edmonton was involved a little bit, but what am I asking for here? I've got Edmonton, Vegas, Colorado. Three awesome teams. Mm-hmm. I still got two of them. So I think that's a great scenario.
They're eventually going to weed themselves down to something.
I think this series will go definitely 6 games. This is going to test Colorado's endurance because they haven't been pressed yet. And
Vegas is going to get some wins out of there.
Vegas is going to press them. I think Vegas is going to press them. I think it's going to be a very good series. I think Colorado ultimately takes the Western Conference or whatever they call it in hockey. And
it's the Western Conference.
Okay. I feel like they're going to take it. I think they're just too strong. Vegas has dealt with injuries throughout the year, and I think that's why it's kind of been one of their down years.
Yeah.
But they're still strong. I'm not taking anything away from them. I think it goes 6, maybe even 7.
Oh, that'd be good.
It would be really good.
And they're going to show
to watch one of these at the Cosm.
Cosm, you want to get us some tickets? The place is expensive.
I need a doctor to help me get tickets there. Jesus.
All right. Now, we're going to go and head off into the other side. The looming boss. Waiting. It's like playing Mario. You're waiting. That
Bowser's out there.
He's waiting.
He's out there.
He's out there, and Carolina's just waiting. They're like, who are we going to play? We're 8-0. Haven't lost a game. We're just sitting here well rested. Like, what are we going to do? Who are we going to play?
They have been resting for months. They've probably taken vacations and come back.
Oh, yeah. They're like, go ahead, guys. Enjoy your time off.
Really, it seems like they haven't played a match in a while. They've swept both of their rounds.
But the two teams that they have that are playing Buffalo and Montreal, that last game, I think it was 8-3. I think Buffalo came back and won.
Buffalo's playing from behind because they're the number 1 seed. That's what's crazy. Buffalo has struggled so much in this series.
Yeah.
And every game, not one game has been close. They've been like 6-3, 6-2, 8-3.
It was 8-3 the last game.
8-3.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad football game.
Field goals. One safety or
defensive struggle.
It sounded like the AFC playoff game in Denver.
Oh my God, that was
tough, horrible.
That was tough to watch.
Yeah, so that series is tied 3-3. But man, it's like, okay, you're going to a 7-game series. You're tired. You guys been playing, and then you got to play Carolina. Best defense. Like, that must be just like, fuck. After I want to win the series. If I want to win the series, you don't want to go home because I'm going to have to play these guys. And then if we beat them, God willing, we have to go and play another game for the Stanley Cup.
Well, I mean, I think
it just feels like it's dragging for whoever in the Eastern Conference has to win the next round. Win this round to go and play Carolina, because it's just like, gosh, I got to play some more games, and I got more games after that.
Well, I mean, I think this is what Philadelphia fell into. Philadelphia had a great series against Pittsburgh. Used a lot of their energy, a lot of their momentum to win that rivalry, game series. And then they came in and they faced the boss. And the boss was sitting there like,
what up?
Yeah. And
I've been waiting.
But I mean, the thing is that they kill the penalty. So they don't have a whole lot of factors against them defensively. And they're just a force offensively. They kind of just take the other team out of the game. I mean,
you're true.
I just don't see how either of these teams that we're playing. They're scoring some goals, 8-3.
Yeah. Well, they got a good Buffalo's got a good offense. It's just struggling to get in front of the actual puck. Get in front of the net and shoot the puck in. It's like, those opportunities. In this game, as you can see, Montreal just ended up falling behind. And
I don't know. I think Carolina, from watching them, just what I've seen, their goaltender is legit.
It's definitely goalies.
He's definitely. He's a big part of this, right? Yeah. Anytime you can, lower your penalty kill percentage down to, or I guess it's raising the penalty kill percentage up, to keep people from scoring when you're at a disadvantage. And then if you can keep people from scoring at a disadvantage, you're definitely not allowing goals when it's even.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big factor. I feel like Ottinger played really well in the playoffs.
No, he did.
But when your team turns over the puck in front of the net, it really puts you at a disadvantage as a goaltender.
Oh yeah.
And you can't really fault him in that, in my opinion. He hasn't been put in these situations. His team protects him, and when he's ready, not ready, but he's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. He's very good. The team's very good. It shows.
But if you look at the Sabres, we were talking about high-powered offense. When the captain, the Ramis, 9 points in the series alone. That is a lot of points to score in a series, and this is game 6
for sure.
games.
But you're scoring eight points in a game. You can get 5 points in that one game.
They have Tage Thompson, 8 points in this series. Then you have the Zach Benson kid. This dude's got 21 years old. He's got 3 points in the series so far.
3 goals.
Yeah. So look at the amount of offense they're putting up in the series. Like, it's an offensive team, but Montreal is also an offensive team too. You look at Carolina. That's going to be a big, huge defensive push. They're going to be big. They're going to hit you. They're going to try to hurt you. And I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of a bad. Like, I think you've said this before. I think it would be a bad matchup.
I think it's a bad matchup for whoever plays Carolina.
Yeah, either team. I'm like,
honestly, because for one, just looking at kind of how the games have gone in this series, they haven't been close. They haven't played close games. They don't know how it's going.
It's one side or the other.
Can you imagine the stress level in playing a close game where you're tied or it's a 1-goal difference?
Yeah.
Some of these teams can score goals and
Oh yeah. There's like 3 minutes. There's 2-3 goals scored.
Exactly.
You watch the Western Conference games.
You start pulling the goalie and putting a lot of pressure on the team.
What was it? 5 goals in.
They haven't played a close game, so they don't know that stress right now.
That Colorado Wild series. I think when I texted you that time, it was 5 goals in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
that's the kind of offense. And that's the kind of offense the Western Conference is going to bring. That aggressiveness, but you have a great defense like. Carolina, that's why we kind of predicted like that would be a good ultimate like Stanley Cup matchup, because those two teams bring so much of offense and defense, and for them to be able to come together and do that, it'd be a really good series. So I think that's kind of where it's going to go, probably.
I feel like this is going to be a series that doesn't provide momentum.
Yeah.
So I think whoever wins tomorrow night loses in 5 to Carolina. I'll give them 1 win. And I'm being gracious.
Okay.
I'm being gracious with 1 win. I feel like they're relying too much on offense, and that's why the game shifts so much. And that's why you see sometimes your offense is effective, sometimes it's not. And that's when you see the 8-3, the 6-2, the 5-2 games.
Yeah.
And I mean, it either works really well or it doesn't. I don't think Carolina's going to allow that to be an option. I think Carolina's going to control the puck and control the way the game goes.
Yeah.
They're going to make their imprint, like, you're going to play this way or you're going to go home in 4.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? And you're going to have to muscle through. And it's going to be close games. I don't think Carolina's going to blow them out by any means, but I think it's going to be close games. But I think Carolina's going to win. I would not be surprised to see a sweep. But I'm going to say in 5.
Okay. I had put a couple of scenarios together just to see who gets past the conference finals and goes into the Stanley Cup. So first is the one that we were talking about, is the Avalanche and Hurricanes. And it's crazy because the Avalanche have scored, have 121 points this season, regular season, and Carolina has 113. But it's crazy because this postseason, they're 8-0, and I think what are they, 8-1? You all right? Whoa, man,
That was down the wrong hole.
yeah. Heard him say that before. No, but Colorado has only lost 1 game, too, in the playoffs. So I think the difference is, if that was the actual series, if we go and see this in the Stanley Cup, I think the Colorado's probably going to edge them out and end up winning the series, just because they just have so many people that can score. Like, it's crazy. Like,
So
that team is...
I think I'm going to go kind of with what you're going with, because I agree with that prediction. I think the Avalanche are getting their Carolina test right now.
Yes.
Against Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting their Carolina test now. And once they prove that if they can get past Vegas, they can get past Carolina in the Stanley Cup. I think it goes 6 in the Stanley Cup, and I think Colorado wins it.
All right.
As painful as that is to say. But, I mean, just watching these guys on the ice,
Yeah.
Colorado is fast. Like, you see speed disparity sometimes. It's you shouldn't see it in the pros. They're all fast.
Yeah.
You see it in the games. It's not even close. Like, when you watch the Stars play the Avalanche, they are so much faster. They're so much better with, like, I guess I'm not really sure of the terms of, like, passing the puck while moving so fast, while also staying onside. It's absurd how good they are.
Now, saying there's a slight chance if it does happen and Vegas wins and plays Carolina, I think you said it. Those teams are almost the same.
I like that matchup better. I think it's a knockout, like, 7-round battle.
Yeah, they're almost the same team. So you're going to have closer games, and I think you're going to be put in better situations if you're watching it. Like, you're going to be like, wow, like, this is a great series. It's probably one of the best.
You have a lot of experience in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Very physical. I mean, physicality will take out Carolina's game plan if they if they don't, kind of adjust what they're doing.
On Vegas is physical.
But I mean, and that's the thing. Carolina's physical too.
Yep.
But can Vegas get them off their game? Carolina is sold right now on their game.
Oh, yeah.
plan. And it's
They're locked in.
And it's working.
Yeah, they haven't lost a game there.
Physicality can take you out of a game plan.
Oh yeah, once you get hit that first time, like you say, you get punched in the mouth, changes all your thought process after that. You're like, hold on, this is not what I thought. But now this is the underdog story. So if Colorado wins and the Sabres or Montreal makes it, if they magically beat Carolina.
No.
It could happen.
No, I told you. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a sweep. I don't even know why you're wasting our time.
Well, this is the ultimate underdog story. And yes, they do get swept. But it was good because they had their Eastern Conference championship trophy. And they're like, yeah, we beat an 8-0 team. It was great. But like I said, I think that underdog team, if they made it, they're going to lose. I'm sorry. Colorado's just...
If somehow Carolina doesn't make it, the Western Conference wins in 5.
Oh, yeah. For sure. If Montreal or the Sabres...
There's too much energy being extorted right here with this series that's still going on. And then they got to play Carolina. Oh. I mean...
Yeah, you're getting your
And
ass
the Western
beat.
Conference is going to be tough, too. I mean, Avalanche and Knights is going to be a fist fight. But... Man, I don't see either of those teams getting past the Western Conference. I could see Carolina beating the Knights. But I don't think I can see them beating the Avalanche.
Yeah, they're going to beat them. If the Knights make it, they're going to edge them out. It's going to be close. I think probably 6.
For Carolina?
For Carolina will win that series.
That's tough. I mean,
but it's different.
I agree.
It's different if the Avalanche are winning if they.
To me, speed is just the big difference, and the Avalanche have the speed, and I just don't understand how. I don't know how they got it. Like, how come these guys are so much faster than every other guy that they play? They're all professionals. I mean, this is the top of the top. I
know, but if it's I don't know what their training regimen is or what these guys are doing. If they're hiking, like they're.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to blame it on the altitude, but I'm just saying they move different on the ice than a lot of the professionals in the same league.
Yeah, they're fast,
and I think speed is a big difference when it comes to playoff time. Physicality, like I said, I think the Knights, if they can get the Carolina Hurricanes off their game with the physicality, they can make a difference there.
All right, off to the exciting part. So yesterday, me and Wes went to the Dallas Card Show.
Yeah, DallasCardShow.com. If you want to look it up, it's really a huge event. They do multiple times. It's usually, I think it's either every other month or every 3 months. They do a show here in Allen at the Waters Creek crossing area. It's a Marriott hotel that gives them their, I guess, whatever those rooms are.
Conference rooms.
But it's huge.
So this is my first time going. Wes has been before.
I've been multiple times, and I love it every time I go because there's so much cool shit going on.
It's overwhelming.
It is very overwhelming.
It's multiple days.
It's not just somebody that gets overwhelmed.
It's a lot of people. It's
not a good situation.
You got people with backpacks, suitcases, satchels with like cards. Like these are like vault type Pelican boxes.
Oh,
like.
Serious.
Like this is
I carried mine in my hand.
5-state. What is it like? If you had fireproofing, it's smash proof, fireproof, hurricane, tornado proof. These boxes are massive.
I mean, they're not that, but they're
people
they're definitely legit, and they protect the cards, and they allow. It's easier. I like it because it's an easier mode of carrying them. Like I hated the way I was doing it, just carrying them in my hand.
Yeah.
But man, it's such a cool experience. There's so many different people there.
We got some clips that I'll insert of just kind of the crowd. Finally made it to Dallas Card Show. Me and Cooper here. We're gonna go see if we can meet up with Mr. Wesley. See where he's at. He's been here about 45 minutes before we have, so. But we'll check in with you guys whenever we get inside. All right.
This is the main entrance.
Like, wait, I'm confused. So you're out there with a card and when you're
15,000 plus. Mickey Mantle rookie card. They got Aaron Judge rookie card. 101 super fractor. That was worth over $100,000. So hey, they don't even have the price on that one. Look at all these are Michael Jordan rookies.
that's just my guess.
So they're kind of doing like 750. Average in, there's an 850, 760, 650. They're kind of all over the board on it. It's a nice copy. I mean, I'd probably be. Do you have a number in mind you'd be comfortable with?
I don't, because that number was so outrageous. So, could you do 700?
I was thinking like 660. I do like 660 on it.
Okay.
You do something like that, and then I can price that one too.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let me see if that one's
That one's best buy.
Yeah, it's a good copy for people that just want a Montana, you know, and don't
Right.
want to. Yeah, they're not as expensive. They're averaging like 140, so I could do like I could do 120, so I could do 780 on all of them. You do that? Yeah. All right, let's do it. We can pay you cash. No, it's good. Is that $20 bill?
I do. I think I do.
There you go. It should be 8, 7, 80, right?
Plus,
Got this card and I don't know the name of. We got it for free. Then we got these 2 cards. They're both 50s. These are 10. They got graded 10.
they are.
Yes.
They're the Japanese ones.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got really good cards.
Some good cards. You're gonna send that other one in?
Yeah, I'm sending this one in the gray. Probably a 10 because there's no white edges or
Yeah.
no scratches.
Nice.
Probably on the cover though, like the plastic part,
Yeah.
because I can see a scratch. But yeah, overall I think these are really good cards.
Perfect.
Because these 2 are 10. This one I don't know.
Anything crazy?
And everybody there is pretty honest.
Yeah.
I like to say. I think it's a very welcoming experience. I mean, there was one point when I was there was a dealer that was dealing with 2 kids, and the dad was with the kids. It's very hard to take kids, by the way.
Yeah, it's mostly adults I saw. It was a lot
Well,
of
especially with
adults.
like little kids, it's very hard because man, there's so many people. But and like the dealer was challenging them. It was like, hey,
Is that a challenge?
y'all have this amount of time for each of y'all to go find the most valuable card that you can find for this amount of money. And so that's what he set a timer, and they fucking walked off, and they were gonna go try to find a card that they could buy off another dealer, and then bring it back to him, and he was gonna give them something.
Okay.
For winning that challenge, which I think is cool. I think the interaction with the kids is so cool. I mean, your son had a pretty cool interaction.
He
You bought a
loved
few
it.
cards. I really enjoy it because I was just really looking at all the stuff. Like, I mean, I hope you got some video of some of those like expensive cards
Oh yeah, there was.
that are not. You know, I had to take a lien out of my house to buy. I mean,
Yeah,
I saw a card that was $350,000.
There was one I saw was 100K. We saw a bunch of the Michael Jordan rookie
Michael
card,
Jordan
19,
rookies, yep.
28K,
I mean-
30 some K.
Several of those Joe Burrow cards were $2 to $3K.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to get you to buy one of those.
I told my wife about that too.
I know.
She's like, "That's dumb."
Honestly, I'm not saying she's wrong, but
It was a pretty cool card though.
they were very nice. I mean, I like looking at all stuff, you know, and they had the different memorabilia stuff. They have the Pokemon
Jerseys. They had a bunch of people there. If you saw the Longhorns
signed
thing, they
them.
had
Yep.
Mac Brown.
Colin Simmons was there signing autographs. What's the kid that we just got from Auburn? Cam Coleman. He was signing autographs. Ryan
Lively.
Ryan Ringo was signing autographs. When you first walk in,
Mavericks,
Derek Lively, the center for the Mavericks, is literally at a dealer's chair,
Yep.
selling and bargaining cards with kids and all kinds of stuff. There's videos of him on their website of what they did. They interviewed him a little bit. I think he said he bought $60,000 worth of cards on that day.
That's crazy.
But I mean, he's a Maverick, so
It was probably dealers gave him money to spend.
I'm sure. I'm sure
Probably wasn't his own.
They're like, just show up and we'll buy whatever
Yeah.
you want. But I mean,
That's your
it's
payment.
really cool just to kind of see that. I like seeing the kids, the different people involved. I made some transactions.
Yeah, let's talk about your first 3 that you sold.
Okay, so
So he has this thing. So he showed me a couple days before, like he priced out what his cards were going for.
You need to be a little educated when you go in to these things, because if you're trying to sell something, the people are going to check you. So you want to be legit with what you're
And you don't want to be ridiculous either.
right,
With your-
and you don't want to be greedy because you're not going to get anything done if you're being greedy. But I had a few cards that I had wanted to sell for a while. I've had one of them was a 66 Topps Mickey Mantle. I had a 81 Joe Montana rookie card graded. I had a 72 Roger Staubach graded rookie card. I had another 68 Mickey Mantle and a 59 Mickey Mantle. And I wanted to move those 5 cards. I wanted to move those 5 cards.
What did you say, though? You told me a little, you're like, that was old generation stuff. He wanted to get some new stuff that he can enjoy.
Right.
Because these were your
these are my
grandfather's
cards.
cards.
He gave them to me, and then I had them graded. I had them graded through SGC, which is one of the... It's kind of a middle ground grading company. They look really good. Their
little containers are really cool.
The containers are really good because it's black and white. So everything pops off with them really good. PSA's got the red and white. I mean, PSA is the best recognizable one, and they give you the most value. They recognize the most value in PSA cards. But SGC looked good. It was $20 a card to get them graded. I was like, why not? And I think actually PSA might have purchased SGC, but there's a lawsuit going on about all that right now. But so I had brought those cards. I was going to move them at the right price.
Yeah, he moved them quick.
I did. I was very surprised actually. But while I was there by myself, I was just kind of walking around. And I mean, these places it's just a huge conference room that's like,
table after table after table,
100 yards by 100 yards of just all tables. And you just kind of go through in a crisscross manner, or you can just kind of walk wherever you want to. The people kind of
dictate where you're going.
Dictate where you're going, because the less people is where you go, the more people you can't go anywhere. So I had moved I sold my 66 Mickey Mantle and the 68 Mickey Mantle and the 59 Mickey Mantle. I moved those for $1,030.
Well, those to the same person?
To one person, yeah.
Okay.
The guy, there's different apps that you can use. Card Ladder is the one everybody prefers. It shows you, all you got to do is enter the card in the grade or whatever, and it'll show you all the previous sales, all that kind of stuff. It really elaborates on kind of the actual value of the card. For us poor people, we use eBay. eBay used sold comps. And so what I was telling Chris is like, I knew we were going, so I went to eBay and I pulled the most recent comps. If I pull a comp from 40 years ago where it was sold for $3,000, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah. What's important is the recent comps. So I went and got the 3 most recent comps for each card. And I did pretty good. So I think I said $1,030 for those 3 cards.
Yeah.
One of them I had kind of valued at around, the last 3 times it sold was $325, $350, $310. So I was thinking $300, because you're never going to get full asking price.
No. He said usually 80%?
Usually 80%. The guy that I sold to gave me 90%. So it was very nice. Like I said, very honest. He pulls up the card ladder. He shows me what he's looking at versus what I've researched. And we both come to agreement, and it worked out very well. And I sold all 3 of those cards to him. It was one of those things where I probably could have. You can negotiate and argue for more. I think it's more. You saw it in the one that I did. I kind of argued a little bit, just to kind of get to my price match where I wanted it.
I thought it was a pretty good deal.
I thought it was too. That's why I went with those so quickly, because I knew my comps. I knew,
and we looked.
I knew what 80 to 90% was.
Right after you sold those, I found 2, and they were lower quality, but they were selling, and I was like, it was less than half of what the cost of.
But it was good. I sold those 3 before y'all got there for $1,000, basically minus the 30 or whatever, and then I sold the other 2 that you got on camera. I sold the Roger Staubach rookie and the Joe Montana rookie.
You got $660 for that one.
$660 for the Staubach, which the sales are all about around 700.
Yeah, because you said there was only one sold recently.
There was only one on eBay that I could find
recently. Yeah,
but the card ladder brought up like a couple different ones, and they were all still relatively close.
Yeah,
and
I think they were like
Joe
sevens.
Montana one. It was a lower grade. And it was kind of valued at around he gave me $125 for it. I had it at like $150. Mm-hmm. So 90%, 80%. I'm still pretty much in range.
Yeah.
So I got $800 out of those 2 cards, and you have that on video. He'll upload that. But it was nice. It was the first time I've actually been able to move cards with ease. The other few times, I think I've been more maybe less aggressive to move the cards. and kind of maybe just greedy. Whereas you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just like,
and
no.
they're also my grandpas. I don't want to just give them away for nothing, you know. So I was like, you know, I want to move them with something, and I kind of like we talked about. I want to use that money to either do something for my family or buy more memorabilia for my room, or you know, stuff like that. I mean, or buy more cards that are like legit to me. I did make one purchase while we were there.
Oh, you did?
And I
What'd
think
you
I
buy?
got a damn steal.
Yeah, it was the basketball, the girls, the WNBA.
So I got a Paige Bucher's rookie card. It's I forget. It's a Prism Wave.
Yeah.
Some kind of wave. I got it for $45, and I felt really good about it because I looked over the card. I think I'm gonna send it to be graded because I think it's gonna grade well. It'll be at least a 9. I hope for a 10. If I get a 10, it's worth 10 times the amount of money I paid for it. But it was a very pretty card, very good looking. They had literally just pulled it that day. They ripped open a box of cards and pulled it that day. So it was very fresh. It hadn't been sitting in a card loader for years or whatever. And I bought it because I'd seen it at other places. I was showing you. I was looking at them at all the different spots.
We found one before. You had said, "Oh, look, it's a rookie card."
Yeah,
but it was
it was a graded one.
Yeah, it was a graded one.
The, cracked ice. It was
and
$265.
Yes, it was $265.
Which I looked it up. I showed you. It's pretty competitive.
Comparable to it.
Yeah, comparable price to it. And so I found the one that was ungraded. Now it wasn't the cracked ice. It was the wave, which is they're different. Don't get me started on all the difference they do on the cards, but it was very pretty. I liked the edges on it. It looked very well centered, which is important when it comes to grading.
Yeah.
And then when I was looking at other places, that card was going for $65 to $70. So
yeah, you're already
instantly. I've already made $20
Yeah.
based on that card. But I bought it because I'm trying to get my girls interested in this stuff, and I'm gonna have it graded. So if it grades great, maybe I sell it. If it doesn't grade well, I'll give it to my daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that she can like and kind of get interested in. And you know, she's really into basketball, and she didn't realize that girls play professional basketball.
yeah.
And so, like, I've been telling her and telling her about the few people I know. Paige Bucher's obviously a number 1 overall pick for the Dallas Wings is important to us because it's close to home. Caitlin Clark, you know. I wish I could have found some of her cards that were reasonable, but they were all super expensive.
I'm talking I looked after
Multiple
he
hundreds.
left and we were still there. We ended up walking the room another 2 times, the big room, and then we went to a smaller room, and that's when we found so my son was, I guess, like I said, I didn't know he knew so much about Pokemon. But we were walking around, and he has in his mind like the certain cards that he wants.
Well, that's why I kept asking. I was like, "Who are you looking for?" Because I wanted to help him find something.
Yeah,
I
and
wanted to know which character he likes. Because like my daughter likes Jigglypuff. Which nobody collects Jigglypuff, so there was 0 Jigglypuffs available. I was like, I really want to find like a graded Jigglypuff to buy for her.
I found
it'd be like $5. Probably.
One that I thought was pretty cool was a 1999 Clefairy holographic one.
That's pretty cool.
It was $45, and I was like, "You don't want that one?" He goes, "Nah."
It's not aggressive.
No, and he's like,
the ones he got, dude. I really like the cards that y'all got. I mean, it
was this little
you
stand.
sent them to me after I had left, and I was like, man, and we talked about this. Pokemon don't get in trouble for drugs.
No.
They don't get kicked off the team. No. They don't tear their ACLs.
No.
It's not going to lose value from where it is right now. If it does, it may be a fraction, and it'll rebound at some point. But I feel like y'all got 2 legit, like those are core characters.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
So we were looking at this one stand, and this lady had her box there, and it looked like it had been, they sold a bunch. They had sold a bunch at the time. So I was like, okay, I kept looking and looking. I went to the other side, and it was like the more expensive $7,000. Like, I was like, all right, let's go back to where we were looking. And there was like 5 cards that we were looking at, and he wanted that mime, and it was like gold, and it had all kinds of like stuff on it. And I was like, it was $80 for that one card, and I was like, no, I said that one was I think it was an 8, a PSA 8 grade. And it was $80, and it was gold.
It's an older card, though.
Yeah, it was an older card, but it looked like it was almost like gold leaf on it. So I was like, all right, well, let's look at these. So I came across they're both the same year. It's 2023. They're the Japanese version of War Turtle, I think that's his
War
name.
Turtle and Ivysaur.
Then Ivysaur. And these were both graded at PSA 10.
Which PSA 10, I mean, you look on the back, and that's what I love about PSA. You have that little
Oh, yeah, the barcode, the QR code.
QR code. You can scan that and see how many of these exist, which is crazy. I mean, PSA, and that's why they're regarded as the best grading company, and that's why they own the market.
And we got these for I thought it was a pretty good deal. I think they were both at 50, so I got both of these. One, what was it, TCG, or I can't remember that. There's an app that shows like people that recently sold these. And one of these was like $60 and the other one was like 55 recently sold. But if you look back a couple of months, they sold at 70 something dollars. I guess it just depends on the time.
But I like the quality. I mean,
it's a great card.
Yeah. And you got this is the Japanese version. So you have the Japanese writing on it. So you can't read it, obviously. But like the speckle, the flash, the kind of holographic look, these are, dude, I think these are super dope. And I think having a PSA 10 grade, you can't get any better. So, I mean,
what does a pack of Pokemon cost?
$6.
Yeah, you see. And then we walked by this vendor.
Then you got to steal.
Literally, it's still. So my son sees this card, and it looks cool. It's
pronounce that for me.
The Mega Lucario EX, I guess is what it's called. And this one he was selling for $20, and my son's like, "Oh, I want that card. I said, "Dude, you don't want that card. Like, come on, let's go." And the guy's like, hold on. And my son stops, and I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "He can have it." And I was like, "Okay." So he took it, and he was all super excited, and he's like, "Oh my God, I got
a $20 card. He got for free.
$20 card. It's actually selling. This is a promo card that came out this year. I want to say March. So it's a brand new card, and it's already selling for $20. Also, I thought it was pretty funny. McDonald's I think last year was doing the Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
$45 they were selling them things for.
Yeah.
The Pikachu with
the ones you get for free.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I threw all those away. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I said, I'm not paying $45 for some Pokemon cards that we threw away. But his buddy actually, he pulled these out, and these are actually in pretty good condition too. They were in a Ziploc bag, and these are some Pokemon cards that he found that his friend gave him that I think one of them I looked at was I think $40 or something, like the Charizard, and the other one was like $4 or $5. So it's not too bad. Something that he can, like I said, look at, and if he wanted to expand on his collection, he could do it. So,
and I'm not an expert, but so like this free card you got for $20, and I mean it's a dope looking card. I mean, this little character's doing like some kind of roundhouse. It's got Japanese writing on it and stuff. I mean, it's a very attractive card. Guess what it cost graded at a PSA 10?
What is it?
$375.
Wow.
Right. It looks.
Yeah,
like,
I know that you said you need to send that one in.
Well, it looks a little off centered, so I think you probably get a PSA 9. But I mean, the card looks good. I think. I mean, that's one of those situations. So you got it for free. You send it in for grading, and I mean, that's 375 times what you paid for.
I know.
You know what I mean? So that's just so interesting. Now, grading is not easily accessible for us.
Dude, I looked in
GameStop has us.
I know, but you know how long?
It takes a lot to come back.
It takes a long time for them to like send it back. I think it was like
it's like 3 months.
Yeah, like 3 months. But you have all the different companies. I think CGC or SGC.
Yeah, Beckett, SGC, and PSA are their main.
And they have one that's called.
They have a lot of different ones.
And so off this TCG or whatever app, you can pick what company graded it. So we looked at one of these ones that we got that were the 2023, and if it was a Beckett Black, what is it?
Black Label,
which I guess is
the top of the top.
It's top of the top. It's like
it's regarded even above PSA.
Yeah, so it's like tells you the 4 aspects that they're looking for when they're grading the card.
I do like that about Beckett. Beckett includes that in there. They
on the top.
Centerings.
Yes, it tells you
corners,
everything. Same card. It was like almost $400.
Well, yeah, I mean, Black labels you don't see.
Yeah,
you don't
and they
see
said
black labels
usually,
there.
and they do half increments too. So it's like 9.5,
Yeah.
8.5, 7.5, stuff like that. So, but yeah,
I kind of wish PSA would do that.
Yeah, they don't
done
do
it
the
before.
halves.
They've done it before, but they've gotten away from it. They just kind of go to stark, 1, 2,
But I
3,
think
4, 5,
too,
6, 7,
I
8,
read
9, 10.
that since they introduced that black label thing, that PSA has gotten a lot more stricter on how they grade their cards. So
PSA is the it's the market standard.
yeah.
So everything is gone off your PSA. A lot of people will break a Beckett label and send it to PSA.
Oh, crazy.
Unless it's a black label.
Yeah.
Then you're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
You're sitting on gold. But
That's all I heard. I'm going to
PSA
crack this. I'm going to crack that.
but the thing
whole
is
show.
PSA owns Beckett. So that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what's nice about some of the shows. If you have time to spend your entire day there, you can literally drop off cards. They will grade them right there for you.
Yeah, I saw the PSA table. The guy was out there.
Beckett and PSA were
Yeah.
there grading cards.
And that's all I heard these kids saying. They were there. They were like 10, 11. They're like,
Dude, somebody's giving them some money.
They're like,
I've seen kids.
I'm going to crack these open. I'm going to crack these open. I'm like, dude, you ain't cracking nothing.
Dude, they are. They're cracking them. And I'm telling you what, they have a bigger bankroll than I do because I've seen some of these kids move these cards. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, what are you, where did you get this card from? Like, it's a $40,000 card.
I saw the mom, one of the moms at the table. She had it looked like a drug deal. It's crazy. So
cash everywhere.
Oh, dude, she flipped open his little case. He's like, oh, here it is. And gives it to the guy. And I guess it was this plus cash, like for the trade. And she just like, well, how much is it? And pulls out her little billfold and she's like giving him the money. And I'm like, wow. Like, but I guess it has to be profitable. Like she's probably charging 15% on her.
Dude, I don't know. Obviously.
Who's the company this is pure off of just appearance. The grading containers with the colored edges. I thought those were super cool.
You can buy those. You can buy those to add to your graded
Oh,
cards.
dude, those
you can put those as extra protection on your graded cards.
I saw those. I was like,
whoever created that's probably retired now.
yeah, I was like, that is super cool. It just
easy.
attracted my eye to it.
Well, it's colored. They can do colored or
Yeah, they're like pink, yellow, blue, green, all these different colors, and they're just all like in their cases, and you're like, man, that looks super cool. And I'd go walk to that table, look, and I'm like, man, that's cool.
I know. I've when we bought a couple weeks ago, I went to a card show with my daughter, and I bought her a Pikachu card that was graded, and they were trying to sell me one of those. Like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. Because I want to. I mean, I'm gonna have this like frame thing on my wall where you can just kind of set the cards in and you can just observe them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what's the point of having cards hidden in a bucket or
in a
a
container
dresser or something? Like, I want to, the cards I'm proud of. I got several rookies from Luka and Dirk and, things that I kind of associate with, that I've collected, and I want to display them, and I want my girls to display their stuff. And,
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It's a really cool time. I had a great time. I've never done the VIP experience or anything like that.
I saw a bunch of people getting that.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you can do that. You buy like one ticket and it covers the entire weekend, and they go every day.
Yeah.
Like, people stay in that hotel and then they go every day. And I could see that being fun, like going to get autographs or, the trade nights and stuff like that, because they have like Pokemon trade night, then they have like sports card trade night. I mean, it's a lot of fun for me, somebody who enjoys the hobby. I know one of my buddies, Reggie, me and him went a few times, and it's a lot of fun, like just negotiating. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he found a LeBron rookie that was graded by some weird company, but it was priced super cheap because it was graded by a weird company. He's like, I'll just buy that for that price and then crack it and send it somewhere else, because we ended up having somebody else evaluate it. Like, he's like, yeah, that's a really good looking card for grading. And he's like, well, he just like 10x his money because he took a card that was not seen as valuable just because of the label, changed the label, and it becomes valuable.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've watched a couple videos.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. Now, this is, one of my addictions / hobbies, and I've got you in it now. So
I saw this guy do that. Yeah. He had some old cards that he had graded that were low, like 4 and 5s. And what he did, he opened them. He goes, let me see if they give me a different thing. But what he did too, he pulled it out, and then he kind of
decreases your margin when you have it graded multiple times.
And he just kind of cleaned it. I guess there's a way to clean it. He cleaned the card a little bit, and he sent it back in. He got it back, and I think it went up by like one extra. It was like a 6 now or whatever. But he's like, hey, that's a big difference between a 5 and a 6. So he goes,
sure.
let me.
I mean, we talked about one of the cards that I sold, one of my mantles. I sold for, they gave me $600 for it. Was a 3.5, and then we saw a 5.5 later was over $1,000. I mean, literally 2 points makes a huge difference. And the thing about the cards, they grade both sides, which hurt my cards a lot because my card side was really good. It was the back side that had some damage and kind of wear on it, and that's what hurt my grades. But I profited quite a bit this weekend, and had to spend it all on my wife at her friend's birthday party.
It was fun. I had a good time. I
enjoy going. I just like looking at all the stuff.
Yeah, it's a ton of different cards.
The memorabilia stuff. They have like the movie star stuff. Like,
man, they had stuff that I didn't think people even bought. Like they had a bunch of Disney.
They had Disney cards,
collectibles. They have had like coins. I know they're doing silver coins. They were doing stuff that we used to get as kids for free.
Well, and one of the things that we were looking at was basically kind of just anything that's popular, like all the free, like the unopened boxes. I was telling you what the prices were in retail versus what they were selling
it for. I
mean, it's like, one of these boxes I bought for like $80 was going for $275.
Yep.
And it's like, well, I really want to open this box, but it's already worth more than anything that I can find in it.
Exactly.
It's like,
do I really want to open this? No.
So it's one of those things where it's a lot of fun. Obviously, this is just like gambling in any sort of fashion, but you're banking on values to continue going up. But they're proving that right now.
Yeah.
Right now, they're proving that this stuff is going to be standard and going to have value, and that's why a lot of big.
As long as they
investors
keep it,
are using it.
As long as they keep it exclusive and limited, anything that's limited in quantity.
But that's what hurts consumers too. That hurts consumers because then you have these guys
that want to X mount for it.
Well, they're not even that. They're just waiting at Walmart.
Oh,
they know when they're going to stock it. They know when they're going to bring it in, and they absorb it.
Or they work there.
They absorb it all before they get a chance to be sold to the public, and that sucks for like kids and stuff like that. Like me, when I go, if I find something, I just get one or two, and like my deal is I want to get one to open and one to save.
Yeah.
And if it has any value, which I
think most do too.
I try to kind of make it that way. Like I'm only choosing things that are valuable.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I mean, everything has value to somebody, but like, if I get I found some Bowman basketball Cooper Flag rookie mega boxes. I found 2 of them. I bought 2 of them. I have them at the house. The value's 2x right now.
Yeah.
What's it going to be in 4 years?
I hope it stays. Like that and doesn't go to how it did before. And go away.
You don't want overproduction. Overproduction's bad for value and everything. Now, it's fun probably for people. I mean, there's several products that are overproduced because they just sit there on the shelf and nobody buys them.
And this is not my first time. I got multiple boxes of action figures that I collect, and I do the same. I buy 2. I buy the original and I leave everything on. It's so funny, man. You see some of these action figures I have that have KB Toy stickers.
Nice.
$3. It's not what I paid for it, but
you saw the stickers that they had left on some of the stuff there.
Yeah,
there was some actual stickers there. It's like they paid $3 for this and charging $1,000.
Yeah, so I had a couple of those, and then I'll buy an open box one so that I can display it. And those are the loose pieces. And there's some that you could buy. Like I know Marvel has these build your own character. So say it's a Punisher and it has a leg of another character. It's a build your own figure.
Love legs.
And I got a Galactus that I had.
Oh, that was.
I bought those pieces individually and created that. Have Galactus. I've got a Juggernaut one that I have.
Love Marvel, by the way. If anybody's comic book nerds,
But I go to Dallas Vintage Toys. Shout out. I'll tag you.
I need to go there. I've never been.
It's super cool. They sell
I'm
everything.
afraid I must spend.
And they have graded stuff there too. They have Star Wars, Marvel. They have Jurassic Park.
We saw the graded comic books.
Oh yeah, comic books.
Cooper
They
was
have
pulling.
they have graded comic books. Everything. So it's a good thing if you have kids to get them into collecting something, because like I said, it teaches them, like when kids are little, they just want to open everything. I just want to open it. I want to open. I'm like,
I like the tangible. I like being able to touch it.
well, that's why I buy the loose. So I'm like, here, you want to touch it? There you go.
Right.
Like, but we're
And
gonna
that's
keep this one in the
and it's
box.
like with cards, you want to open the package.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to open it. I want to pull it myself.
Yeah.
If there's anything,
Especially if I'm buying packages of cards, I want to open them. I want to see what's in there.
It's hard. It's hard. The hard part is finding them.
Yeah.
And I've got a few spots that I'm not going to broadcast out because I'm greedy. But I check those spots. Because they're on my daily routes.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to the grocery store, I know where to check.
Yeah.
If I'm got shit, time to kill before I go pick up my kids, I know where to go to look for stuff. GameStop's really good. They're doing a lot more with trading cards now.
Well, I know they do
and
the
collectibles.
grading.
They do the grading,
Yeah.
and I think it's $20 a card. Specifically, they want more Pokemon, I think, than anything. But I mean, I think you can send anything through them. The time that I had those SGC cards graded, I sent them to somebody. They cleaned them for me, prepared them, and then sent them for me. And that was $20 a card, which I didn't feel like was a bad value.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think like the card shows are super cool. Like where you can see stuff that you just want. It doesn't have to be a great grade. It can be, a Luke Skywalker PSA 1.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like
They had those
Luke
Skywalker
card.
Well, they had those. We've seen those Star Wars cards from like the 70s,
It's fucking awesome.
and
Sorry, I'm a nerd.
they were graded, and they were just nice cards to have.
I mean, it's just about
R2D2,
having it.
3,
It doesn't have to be
3PC.
valuable.
Yeah,
Those are the
it's-
ones you just want to have. Like
Yeah.
a Darth Vader card from the 80s. I mean,
Yeah.
how fucking sick can that be?
Yeah, it's just having stuff that, and especially as a grown adult, like I think we mentioned this a couple episodes back, just being a big kid and being able to enjoy things you didn't get to enjoy as a kid.
It keeps the fire inside you alive. It gives you not necessarily purpose, but like it's a passion. I mean, it's one of those things. Like for me, golf. Like I love golf. I'd play golf every day because it's so addicting and just you're out and outside, enjoying the weather. You're enjoying nature. A lot of these places in Texas have nature around you. I mean, you gotta be careful about snakes and cougars and coyotes and shit.
Never run away from a cougar.
Not the right one driving a beer cart. But anyways, I don't know. It's a passion. I think that keeps you alive. If you don't have any passions in your life,
You have to have something, hobbies of some sort.
You have to have some kind of passion that you rely on to keep you alive.
Yeah.
I really enjoy my friends. I enjoy our podcast. It gives me something to look forward to every week. I'm not a very social person, so this is the most I talk all week.
It's crazy, like the amount of people we have that have listened, and they come up to us and they're like, "Oh man, it was so cool you guys talked about this," or asking us what we're going to talk about, the next episode, or kind of giving us ideas. Oh, you guys should talk about this, or why don't y'all talk about this? This would be pretty cool. So,
and the playoffs have kind of limited what our stuff is to talk about right now, and it's gonna eventually that's gonna give us more space.
We know that time of the year that there's nothing going on. We'll have a bunch
summer.
Summertime. We'll have some stuff to talk about. But no, it's been good. This is, like I said, our 14th episode, and it's been fun. Like
14 weeks.
Yeah, we've enjoyed it. It was funny because our last review, we got a shout out on YouTube from K Luke, Bourbon, and I sent them a message.
That bourbon was deserving of that shout out.
Yeah, and I gave them a shout out back and told them thank you. They made a great product, tastes really good, whatever. So we've been getting a lot of feedback. We still want to hear more feedback from you guys.
Yeah,
if y'all have any more.
I mean, it gives us more to run on. It gives us a foundation to build our show on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we have a lot. I mean, me and you can bullshit for hours anyways, but
we got Ponchos.
I really enjoy it.
Ponchos is coming up.
The video's coming. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to happen this week, but
the weather here hasn't been
the work
great,
schedule kind of went for a turn for the worse.
But. Yeah, but we got Ponchos on the books to happen real soon. We're going to go ahead and record that and get that going. But the card show,
dinner there is what we may have to do.
Yeah, but it was great doing the card show.
It's fun.
It was a lot of people, guys. Like,
Oh yeah, if you don't like people, don't go to the card show because it's thousands of people.
I was definitely not trying to run into the people like, don't record me. You know how people are sometimes. So it was definitely, the camera that I have is not huge, so I'm sitting there just making sure to look inconspicuous so that I don't have anybody.
I mean, you think it was fun though? I mean,
it was great. I had a great time.
I think it was a lot of fun. I wish it wasn't so crowded that you could take your kids and not have to worry about trying to keep a hold of them the whole time. Because like I lost y'all like 3 times.
Yeah.
And I'd hear you like holler at me and then I'd find you, but it's that crowded.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
It's literally you
Tons of
move
people,
over
guys.
one little square to look at some cards and all of a sudden everybody that you're with is gone.
Yeah. And it's just kind of the flow. Everyone starts moving.
You got to go where the flow is.
You just start moving with them, and you're like, okay, I'm going to stand here a little bit. And then more people start coming.
Yeah. If somebody vacates the spot, you smooth in there, and you're like, oh, what do you got to offer? And it's like, because everybody's selling everything different. So it was a good time. I had a blast. I'm glad y'all came. I'm glad there's somebody else I can share this with other than torturing my children to come with me.
You like this card?
Yeah.
They're like,
I had to buy Pokemon.
I just want to watch Lion King.
I had to buy Pokemon stuffies for my children to get them to come with me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I should have bought. There was a dope Charizard one.
Oh, dude, I saw so many of those 1999 cards that I remember my brother
throwing away in the trash.
God. And I'm like, dude, I actually sent him the pictures on Saturday, and he was like, that's fire. And I was like, dude, if you have those cards, just give them to me.
I never got into the cards. I wish I would have, because I was all about the Game Boy game and all that, the show.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have gotten the cards. I never did. I know Brian has a bunch that he says. I know a few people that have a bunch of unopened stuff that they have a lot of value now. And that's kind of where I'm trying to get. I'm trying to snatch, every now and then find some kind of open or unopened
box
that I can, because like the resale in this market is ridiculous. So,
the packs.
But it was good. It was a good time. I'm glad y'all had fun. I'm glad Cooper came.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what he wanted me to look for, but he would never give me nothing to go off of.
Yeah.
He wanted the most expensive thing.
What did he tell me? What
was your max?
What's the max number you're gonna spend? I said it's a lot lower than what you think.
He's like, what can I get? What is the highest price? That you would pay for me to have a card? And you're like, well,
it's a lot lower than you think.
Yeah, it's not going to be what you're thinking. But
no, his cards he was looking at, he's like, it's only $560.
I know. Yeah. I was like,
great.
I mean,
$5.
That's the cheaper end of the cards too.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm like,
I was really looking. I really wanted a Shohei Ohtani rookie card. I didn't really see one at a price that I liked. Most of them are graded by now. The ones that they're selling.
You're not gonna get a raw card.
Not really. You can, but it's hard. And if you get a raw one, it's probably one that didn't grade well and they broke out. But I didn't see anything that really just sparked my interest. I like the Paige Buecher's card I got. I'm really looking for some like Caitlin Clark cards.
Yeah,
I think those are kind of on the affordable side maybe, but it was a lot of fun. I'm glad y'all came.
All right, guys, we're gonna close out episode 14 of the Happy Hour Playbook. I'm Chris.
I'm Wes.
See you next time. And that's the final whistle for today's Happy Hour Playbook. I'm Chris, and we're officially off the clock. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts so you don't miss out on our next slate of picks. Stay sharp, stay hydrated, and we'll see you at the next kickoff.